There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start warming through the upper body. So we're going to work through our kettlebell body weight circuit today. And I've got it set up in those mini circuits again, a little bit different structure again today, sticking to some of the structure that we've been doing over the last few weeks. So just open up here, front to back, big circles. And the whole point of this structure is to really allow you to lift a little bit heavier if that's where you're at today, or to just focus on form and not so much quantity over those longer 90-second intervals. All right, we're gonna take it right out into our side steps today. So take it out, right to left, little hop or calf raise. Ankles popping this morning. Keep going. We've got another 3, 2, and take it out into your air squat hip hinge combo. Drop it down into the heels. I am real sore. That Monday workout in my lower body. I taught it again last night, and my hamstrings and my glutes have not been sore like this in a really long time. Keep going. Let's do one more. Take it up into your butt kicks from here. You can do that hop or jog. You got it. A few more seconds here. You got another 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're gonna change it up just a little bit. The first round we're gonna do for 4 times, 30-second intervals. We're gonna start on that down dog push-up locust that we did last week or the week before. It'll just really get the body nice and warm, and it's working all the good stuff. We'll come up into some carries, and then we'll do our half Turkish get-ups at the beginning today. So doing them at the beginning, you may be able to do a little bit heavier weight than you normally do. So let's start first. We're gonna meet in our downward facing dog. Let's see, I need to set another mat out apparently. All right, so meet in that down dog. Let's just pedal out and hang out here for just a moment. Just a little bit more opening. And then I'll guide you through that motion of push up to locust and then back up to down dog. Remember, your elbows are going to be really tight to your ribs on that push up, and your knees can be down, particularly with a tricep push up. It's a lot harder. All right, take a deep breath in, slide forward into your high plank, and let's do that a couple times. Back into your down dog, forward into high plank, down dog. Do that one more time, high plank, down dog. Take it back into your high plank, set your knees down, elbows tight to your ribs, lower all the way to belly. Find your locust at the bottom. Remember, you float your hands, squeeze everything tight, hands down, elbows tight, press it up, down dog. Keep moving just like that. Slide forward, knees down, lower, locust, press it up. Keep going. The goal is to have those elbows scraping on the ribs to work your triceps. It's a more challenging push-up as well. Let's do one more. Come up. And hold that down dog, then walk your hands back to your feet. Come all the way up. We're gonna move into our carries from here for 30 seconds. So I want you to grab a challenging set of weights. It's only 30 seconds, but we're doing 4 rounds. All right, we move in 2, 1, and let's go. 5 seconds. Another 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. All right, we're coming back down. We're moving into the bottom half get up. So you're going to need, and we're doing 3 on each side. Again, we did 3 last week, so we're going to keep working within that range this week. But again, you could use a heavier bell. I'm going to use a 20-pound bell for this, just for a frame of reference. All right, so remember, right knee is bent, right arm is up, left arm out, left leg out. Sit up to that elbow, up to the hand, and let's go. 3 on each side. Sit nice and tall at the top. Keep your eye on the bell in your hand overhead. When you're done, transfer that weight behind your head. And remember, especially as the weight gets heavier, you are rolling to your side to pick that weight up off the ground. Do not yank it from the side. You'll mess up your shoulder. All right, set it down. After you do 3 on each side, and then we'll rest. We'll flip back over and come back into that down dog push-up locust combo. We're going to do that whole set another 3 times. And then we'll move into 2 more mini circuits after that, a little bit higher intensity as we move through the circuits. All right, a few more seconds. All right, so let's meet in our downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Slide forward, high plank, knees up or down, lower the belly. Find that locust at the bottom, press it up. Make sure when you're doing your locust that your thighs are tight. As you lift, draw your shoulder blades towards one another. Locust is obviously working back, but it's a core movement as well, since your core wraps the circumference of your body. Let's do 1 more. Meet me in your down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet and then come all the way up. We're gonna move right into those carries from here. In another 2, 1, and let's go, 30 seconds. Shoulders down your back. Core engaged. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we're coming down to the back. 3 half get ups on each side. I'm going to start on the left side this time. Just alternating the start side each time. All right, whenever you're ready, left knee bent, left arm, sit it up. Switch sides when you're ready. Whew. And after you finish 3 on each side, rest. Grab some water if you need it. And we'll start all over. The circuit goes fairly quick since we're only working for 30 seconds. Roughly 30 seconds. We're working on the down dog push-up a little bit longer than 30 seconds. And those half get-ups. Probably taking longer than 30. All right, let's rest for just a little bit longer. All right. Meet me in your down dog. Take a breath in. Slide forward, high plank, knees down, lower. Locust at the bottom. Make sure your fingers are spread wide so you have a really solid base. You want your hands completely flat to the ground. Let's do one more. Whew. Arms are starting to burn. Meet me in your down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Roll it all the way up. All right, a few seconds here just to set it up at the weights. And we move in 2, 1, and let's go. 30 seconds. We got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set it down. All right, we're already back down. This is the 3rd round. We do all this one more time and then we'll change it up. All right, when you're down and ready, start on one side. I'm starting on the right. 3 each side. When you finish your 3 on each side, just rest. You could be moving quicker than me on these. Whew. All right. And then rest. We'll do that down dog combination one more time. And then we're done. After we finish this little series again, and then we're going to knock up the intensity just a little bit. Although this is kind of one of those circuits that the first one, you're like, I got it. And by the 4th one, it's like, okay, I'm starting to feel it. All right. Let's rest for about 10 more seconds. Make sure your shoulders are ready. All right. Meet me in your down dog. Take a deep breath in, slide forward, high plank, knees down, lower to belly, lift into that locust. Come on back up. And let's keep going. Do one more. Last one for today. And rest. Walk your hands back. Come on up. We move pretty quick into that carry. In another 2, 1, and let's go. Last 30 seconds. This is it for your carries today. We got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set it down. All right, coming down. Last set of half Turkish get-ups today. I'm starting on the left. All right, last time through. All right, switch sides. After you finish those 3 on the first side. And then rest. And I'll show you the next circuit. All right. Rest. All right. So just want you to catch your breath here. I'll show you what we're doing next. All right. So we're only going to do 3 rounds on the next 2 circuits. They're going to be a little bit more intense. So we are going to work some double bells. Now, if you don't have an equal set of weights, it's totally cool. You're going to take one heavy weight in one hand and just a different weight in the other hand. It's going to be offset, which is totally fine. And then just make sure to switch hands. And I can tell you when to switch hands and just switch the bells out. It's completely fine to be offset. It's going to work your core differently. We just want to make sure that we're balancing the weight. So we're going to find a suitcase swing. So we've done double swings before where we have to have this really wide stance. So we're going to work a suitcase swing instead. A suitcase swing means that your feet are going to be about hip width apart. The toes are at 12 o'clock, and it's exactly as it sounds. The swing happens on the outside of the hips, and then we're going to step it back into a stationary lunge. We'll rack the weights and step it back into that stationary lunge. Now, if you need to change the weights out, or if you want to drop one and just hold one at the chest to do those stationary lunges, cool, do it. But we're doing 10 of the suitcase swing. So toes are going to be at 12 o'clock. I'll show you what it looks like with the bell. The bells still start at that angle out front. I'm going to swing it back and take it right up front. So they're going to track on the outside of the hips. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight at the top. Keep everything really, really strong and secure. So you got 10 right here. Do another 2. After that 10th one, use your glutes, get the weights up, rack them to your shoulders. I want you to step the left foot back, drop it down, press it up for 6. Weights in your right front heel. This is a 90-90 drop through your legs. One more. Step it up, set it down. Woo. On this first set, we're going to do 10 swings in between. We're not going to do 10 swings in between each time. I'm just getting 4 rounds of swings in, and then we're going to do the other side lunge. All right. Whew. We won't do that as many swings each time, though, I promise. All right. Pick it up. 10 swings. After that 10th one, use your glutes, get the weights up to your shoulders, right leg back. 6 static lunges. Squeeze as you come up. Set it down. Whew. We rest for a minute. Heart rate is probably up pretty decently high right now. Whew. With rest, we might be able to actually do the swings between legs. If you don't want to do 2 sets of swings for the next 2 sets, just do one at the beginning and just switch your legs in between instead of doing 2 sets of swings for each set. I think I'll keep it in though. These are a lot less intense, the suitcase swings too, on your low back. All right, a few more seconds. Whew. We're starting back on those suitcase swings. So get your feet set up. You want to keep your knees really nice and strong. And we've got 10 right here. Take it back. Glutes are tight at the top. It's really important that you get that snap at the top. After that 10th one, that snap also brings the weights up to your shoulders. Left foot back. You've got 6. Very carefully set those weights down. We're gonna rest about 20, 30 seconds between sides. I'm gonna throw in another set of swings just because I'm feeling like I can handle it. If you don't wanna do the swings, just go right into that static lunge on the left side. Just gonna have to listen to where you are right now. All right, set it up. 10 swings. Use your glutes, get those weights up. Rack them to your shoulder, right foot comes back for 6. One more. Set it down. This is where we rest for a minute. All right. We'll do this just one more time through, and then we're going to change it up. Little upper body core action, isolation after we finish this one. All right. Final round here of these. This goes by quick. Okay, 10 swings, suitcase. Make sure, I forgot to say it, but hopefully you're switching the weights out. For those uneven sets. Just realized I forgot to say that. Left foot is back. Step it up. Rest. 20, 30 seconds. So that double swing, double rack works your core. to stabilize, keep everything square, just a little bit different for the core. All right, last set of these, set it up, and let's go. After that last one, use your glutes, rack it up, right leg back, drop it down, lift. Whew. And then rest. Set it down. I'm gonna rest here for about 90 seconds. And then I'm gonna take you into your final circuit. We've got 3 rounds, 3 exercises, upper body and core. Now that your heart rate is up, nice and high. Okay, we're gonna keep resting here. So you're not gonna need insanely heavy for this. We're actually gonna do a sit, I should say. If it feels awful to be in this position with the legs wide, and if your pelvis is like all turned under, you can bring the legs out front. You can sit more kind of in a cross leg, or you can even come up if you are not feeling like you want to do this seated. We're gonna do just a shoulder press, a single side shoulder press seated. And it's a lot harder. You have to engage the core when you're here. So I'm not here, I'm sitting really nice and tall. I'm going to very carefully rack the weight. You can start on the right arm. I've got to keep the integrity through the spine. So I've got a straight line from my tailbone to the top of my head. We're doing 6 on each side, and it'll literally just be a straight press up and a seat back down. So you're probably not going to be able to press as heavy as you would when you're standing, which is fine. This just works the entire upper body. So when you're getting that weight up, both hands on the bell, very carefully guide it up to your shoulder. Elbows racked, big breath in, exhale, press for 6. Every time you press, you exhale. Once you finish that first side, set it down, take a moment to reset, and you're gonna switch to the other arm. So I'm gonna let you press. I'm not pressing on my right arm. I did finally make a doctor's appointment for Monday since I can barely move my right arm. Very limited range of motion. So I'm gonna let you press, give you a moment here, and then I'll show you what we're doing next. All right. Use that exhale. Once you finish that press, we're gonna come down to the back. So we're gonna actually come back and work our bridge chest press, but this time we're gonna bring the knee into it. So when we did it on Monday, we used lighter weights, we kept the feet planted. So we're gonna take it up to the next level with a little bit of additional core and then a heavier weight to press as well. And you're only doing a single side. So I'm actually gonna start on my left side so I can show you what this looks like. So I've got a 20-pound bell for reference. I may end up doing more just depending on how this one feels. So I'm going to keep my hips lifted up. As my left hand presses, I'm going to pull my right knee up and in. So I'm going to do a press, pull that right knee up, set it all down. So it's a press, pull. So right knee, left leg presses. All right, hips up, big exhale, press, pull that right knee up. Press through that left heel. Keep going. We're doing 8. One more. Woo. Set it down, transfer behind your head. All right, same thing. I'm going to lift my hips, and then as everything presses, that left knee lifts. One more, and rest. Woo. All right, we are coming up. We've got one last bit of work here for some core. All right, we're actually gonna work some Russian twists. We haven't done these in the absolute longest time, so they may feel very different than when you used to do them, just based on the amount of strength you have now. So with the Russian twist, I want you to squeeze your thighs together, flex your ankles. You're gonna lean back. I'll actually turn to the side. We're not just dumping the weight from side to side. I really want you to focus on twisting at your waist. All right, so lean it back. Big breath in, exhale, tap, back through center. Now again, I want you using a heavier weight because we are not going for quite as long. Deep twist at the waist, challenging weight. Lean it back. Keep going. One more each side. Now follow me. Bring it through center. Hold here. Lean back and just hold. Maybe float your feet. Hold. Squeeze your thighs together. Pull pit of belly in and up. Hold. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Whew. All right. So if you want to stand up, all of that I recognize was on the ground. You can stand up or you can stay down. We're doing that 2 more times. We're coming back to that seated press. If you feel like you need heavier weight on anything, then change it out. We're doing 6 of those seated presses, each arm. All right, sit nice and tall. Again, both hands get that weight up to your shoulder. We don't want to rip any shoulders. Tall, big breath in, exhale, press. Once you finish one side, switch sides. All right, a few more seconds here. Estimating. All right, we're coming down to the back. We're gonna add a little hip drop this time. So let me show you what it looks like, just taking it up to the next level here. So everything is on the ground right now. My hips are on the ground, my elbows on the ground, right arm is on the ground. As I press my chest, I'm gonna lift the hips and that right knee simultaneously. So it's a pop up, lower everything down. So it's a lift and lower. So just getting a little bit more intensity here. We're doing 8 on each arm. Big breath in, exhale, lift, lower. Press through that left heel. Once you do those 8, switch sides. Same thing. Everything's on the ground. Big breath in, exhale, lift. Whew. All right, set it down, and then we come up. We'll rest here before we move into those Russian twists. Whew. We'll do that hold at the end too. Just opportunity. You don't have to float the feet, but you could lean back a little bit more to really engage the core. All right, let's go ahead and pick up that weight. Weights at the chest. Lean back and let's twist. Shoulders open. Another 3, 2, 1. Back through center, sit tall, lean back. Hold your boat. Boat works your core, but also the heck out of your hip flexors too. Keep holding. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set it down. All right, we've got one more round after this. So again, if you want to stand up, just because you've been sitting that whole time, go for it. And then we're going to come back into that seated press. One more time through, and then we'll stretch. Look at that. All right. Set it up for your seated press. Both hands on that bell, get the weight up, and 6 on each side. Once you finish one side, switch to the other. Few more seconds, and then we'll meet on the back. We're going to do 8 of those chest presses with the bridge leg lift. All right. Let's meet on the back. Left side, left hand, right knee moves. All right, everything's down on the ground. Big breath in, exhale, lift. Hips up, right knee up. Take that press. Eight on each side. And then you switch sides. Whew. All right, set it down. After you finish 8 on each side, then you're going to come up. Rest here for a moment. We've got one more set of those Russian twists with a boat just to tap it off at the end, and then we stretch. All right, go ahead and grab your weight. Set up for your Russian twist. Lean it back, and let's twist. Use your obliques. About 10 more seconds, and then we'll hold. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center, hold. Maybe float your feet, but lean it back. Lock in your core, sit tall, shoulders open. You've got it. Hold here. Breathe. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set it down. Whew. All right. Let's take it back all the way to the back here. Take your legs out long. Reach your arms overhead and just take a full body stretch. Breathe the length of the body here. Now draw that right leg up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your right leg. Stretch out your right hamstring. Try to keep your left leg long if you can. It's just going to give you a little bit more opening into that hip flexor. Switch sides, left leg in and up. Same thing. Try to keep that right leg nice and long. Release here, hug both knees in. Let's rock up to a tabletop. Find a few cat-cows, little side shimmies through the spine, just to work through the spine and the back. Through the neck, the jaw, just release all of that here. Press your right foot back, stretch out your right calf, and just press that right heel to the ground. Switch sides, left leg back, press that left heel to the ground. Come back, come to a seat. Once again, I know we've been there for a little bit. Right leg to the top. Once you take your right arm out front, stretch the fingers back, stretch out that wrist. Flip it over, stretch the back. Take the right arm across the front, stretch out that right shoulder. Release. Left, actually switch out your legs so you're balanced. Left hand out front, stretch it back. Flip it over. Take it across. All right, so release there. Coming up to a stand, let's just take our side body stretch. Step your right foot back, right arm overhead, catch that wrist, drag it across. Back through center, switch sides. Come back through center. Any movement that you want to take here, take it. Jaws, neck, shoulders. We are done for today though.